Hello and welcome to another episode of the Buhay Basket Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the Western Conference playoffs. All right, so let's start with Lakers and the Blazers. Obviously, the Blazers just made it to the playoffs. They have what 1 day rest before they have to play the Lakers. The season series went to the Lakers 2-1. Jeff, what do you think about? Let's go with you because we know that you love the Lakers. So what do you think about this matchup? How do you think this is gonna go?
Maganda to. Kasi
Ganang
I heard na ang lineup daw ng Lakers ngayon, LeBron, Danny Green, Kuz, AD, tapos Javel. Tapos yung kabila mo, Lillard, CJ, ang liit, diba? Parang ibang-iba. Tapos yung big men ng Lakers, iba dun sa big men ng Blazers. Diba? Slow-footed na Nurk, whereas mga lanky centers yung sa LA. Interesting series to kasi may Melo LeBron pa, pare. Yun, no? Magandang reunion sa playoffs yan. 17 years in, di ba? So let's see. I'm sure sagot mo dyan. Saka kayong tatlo, sagot nyo LA. Pero Sana hindi.
Sana hindi.
Kung oo man, buti na lang. Aztecs season.
Sana hindi. Dasal na lang.
Ang ganda ng prediction eh. Ano prediction mo? Sana hindi.
Ang prediction mo, oo. Yes.
Oo yung sagot eh, no?
Ay, no. Okay, Jeff, ganda ng point. Ang ganda ng point mo nga. Yeah, slow-footed centers, slow-footed bigs. Julo, how do you think the matchup's gonna go? What do you think you're gonna see on the court? What stands out for you?
I think the wings of LA kailangan tumodo defense sila kasi grabe yung wings ng Blazers with the emergence of Gary Trent, di ba? So, Danny Green, kailangan kagulo yung mga laterals niya. Yung mga screen dyan, kailangan lahat sa taas. So, maraming bungguan yan. Ganun. Maraming mga pagganon-ganon yan. So, kailangan talaga matapat rin ng wings ng Lakers yung firepower ng Blazers.
Well, yun nga, law of averages. Hopefully, yun nga, I hope he reverts to the usual Danny Green, di ba? So, ikaw, Viz, what do you think is crucial for this matchup?
Well, alam mo namang mga Laker boys tayo, di ba? So, ako, feeling ko, yung emergence talaga ni Kuzma, saka ni Dion Waiters, feeling ko that will be a huge impact for the Lakers. Kasi, for me, sa bigs, for me, mismatch yun. AD, Dwight, and JaVale versus Nurkic and Whiteside. Well, ayoko magsalita na maaga, pero on paper, it's looking like na sinong babantay kay AD? Diba? Sinong babantay kay LeBron? Okay, sino babantay din kay Damian sa kay CJ? But who's the best player in that series? LeBron and...
Okay.
So, ang ganda ng pag-predict mo dun sa Zoom, ha?
Hindi, I mean, okay, sige. You can put Damian and AD siguro pumapantay. Pero, pagod yung Blazers eh. For me, pagod sila. Si Damian, he really pushed it and he really gave it his all, 100 whatever points for 4 games. For me, pag playoffs na, that doesn't fly against a well-rested LeBron. Tapos nagkaroon pa ng AD. So for me, parang ako, tingin ko nga sweep eh.
Wow.
Yeah, but, I mean,
kawawa naman si Melo. Pinagbigyan ng kaibigan.
Sweep! I'm going for the sweep, bros.
Let's go. Walis. And then, just to jump on one of your points. Yun nga, si Nurkic against Jonas Valanciunas, he looked spent. I mean, obviously he's going through a lot of things. I mean, that's the worst. This is a terrible time for him. But on the court, he just looked very tired. So I feel like it's going to be really difficult for him to keep up. Really difficult for him to keep up with a guy like AD. So
exactly.
And we were talking about this the other day. I feel like the Blazers have to be perfect to win a game. And I don't see that happening more than once. more than
Wala.
maybe
Sweep
twice.
yan.
So
Sweep yan.
syempre, you guys know I love Dame, pero it's gonna be tough. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Okay, so let's go on to the next matchup. Unless you guys have anything else to add.
Tatapusin mo na yung na Lakers lang yung pag-usapan. Tapos na. At least meron pa ng ibang games. Okay. At least.
Meron ata. May isa pang LA.
Uy!
So let's
meron pa. Oo nga, no?
Yung kakakumpleto lang na LA team. Nako.
Pero ito, pumapalakpak na yung tenga ni Jeff kasi alam niya
makikilig yan si Jeff.
Luka!
Maganda to.
So, season series, the Clippers took it 3-0. And this is going to be Luka's first playoffs. So, Jeff, let's start with you, man. What do you think he's going to do in the playoffs?
The usual Luka stuff. Feeling ko he's gonna perform. Porzingis is gonna perform. Pero for the series, it's difficult to beat a complete Clippers team. Kasi bumalik na sila Montrez, magiging playoffs, Kawhi na, iba yun eh. So when you have those and Paul George, medyo mahirap. I hope it goes probably 6-7 games, sana. Or 5, 6, 7 is already good. But medyo mahirap talunin yung Clippers barring any injuries or any unfortunate resting or injuries from the team.
Okay. So, tama. I mean, iba yung playoff Kawhi. But conversely, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Laker fan. I'm not the only one that said this. PG does have the tendency to be up and down in the playoffs. Julo, do you think he's gonna have that again this series, or is he gonna show up and be the usual PG?
I think maganda naman yung start niya sa restart. Ang ganda, sobrang nakita mo naman yung typical pagka-smooth operator ni PG sa tres. Bam, bam. Diba? Sobrang smooth operator dun eh. Sayaw-sayaw niya dun eh. So, hopefully naman... tingin ko naman na...
Pinaka-idol.
Kahit papano na-inspire rin siya kay Dame eh. Diba? Nagpatian na sila. So, parang gusto ko rin ma-experience yung ganong level. So, tansya ko, this playoffs maano niya yan. Or magiging consistent
iangat niya yung sarili niya.
Scorer.
Luka,
youngest NBA player to lead the league in triple doubles in an NBA season.
Wild.
Tapos 30, ano yung average niya? 32-point triple double sa bubble games.
Against the Kings, no?
Imagine mo, bata pa yan, di ba? Paano, di ba? So, I'm okay. Clips to for sure. Siguro 4-1, 4-2, but it's a good learning it's a first time in the playoffs for Kristaps and Luka, and for sure this is a good stepping stone for them. Parang nakikita ko nga dyan, parang OKC before, nung nakalaban ng Lakers OKC. Tapos from there, umusbong na sila.
Eto, Viz, let's go to you. So the two Clippers stars are known for their defense. Who do you think is going to get the assignment? Or is it going to be both of them on Luka? What do you think is going to happen there?
Well, siguro feeling ko combination of both. Siyempre si Doc, veteran coach yan eh. So he's gonna throw everything at Luka. Baka nga hindi pa yung dalawa yung ipabantay niya kay Luka muna. Baka ibang tao muna. So to just keep him confused, di ba? So pag fourth na, biglang si Kawhi na yung nasa harap niya, di ba? So for me, I mean, as much as Jeff loves Luka, medyo mahirapan. Kasi bata pa si Luka, so he needs this experience for him to...
Agree.
He needs this experience to get better, di ba? Si Kawhi and Paul George, these are two medyo beasts sa wings yung dalawang yan eh. Hindi nga medyo, actually, sobrang beasts sa wings yung dalawa. So, ewan ko kung, di ba, baka hindi magawa ni Luka yung normal niya. Pero, bro, si Luka kasi, di ba, mystery din eh. You don't know what he's gonna do. So, ako, I'm just looking for a great series. Isa sa mga gusto ko panoorin tong series na to.
Talaga.
Ako rin.
Saka bata si Luka. Tandaan niyo, bata si Luka. But may playoff experience yan, but in a different league.
Oo. 14 years old pa lang, diba?
Oo, alam niya yung pressure. So we'll find out if he has a second gear, third gear.
Saka yung last time nila naglaban ng Clippers, pumapalag talaga siya kay Kawhi. I mean, he was giving him the move. So, who knows? We'll see. Kasi si Porzingis, ngayon healthy na. Before, nung naglaban sila, pinapahinga pa si Porzingis. So,
right.
Alam mo, they could be a tough matchup for the Clips. We'll see. Maganda to.
Iba rin yung Carlisle Iba rin maganda si Carlisle.
Well coached din yung Dallas So pati sa coaching maganda yung matchup.
Julo.
Ako I think parang ang iba rin kasi yung atmosphere being in the bubble. Yung mami-miss ko rin dito sa mga playoff games yung crowd, di ba, they're wearing the same color na damit, yung shirt nila binibigay, di ba, before you enter the arena. It's right there on your seat and you just have to wear it and everyone's like, let's go Mavs. I think for players like Kristaps and Luka, malaking booster yun and sayang yung ganong
first time pa nila.
Oo, di ba? So,
gandang point niyan. That's a good point.
Sayang yung ganong factor na mabibigay ng home team. And that's why there are yun nga, ang ganda ng playoffs na ang raming posibleng upsets na pwede mangyari.
Right.
Because of the lack of that kind of environment and situation, which will be favorable to first-time playoff experiences from Luka and Kristaps.
Right. Okay, so speaking of an environment, one of the teams that usually benefits from their environment is the Mile High City. Parang the air is thinner over there. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about the Nuggets versus the Utah Jazz. The season series was taken by the Nuggets 3-0, and we're going to see another battle of bigs, Jokic versus Gobert. Obviously, different games. Let's start with you, Viz. I know this is your boy, Jokic.
Yes, sir.
So, what do you think? What do you think he's going to do versus Rudy?
Well, let me just say na before naging hipster pick si Jokic, medyo pinipick ko na talaga sa fantasy. Di ba, Jeff?
We can attest.
Then.
We have the tape. We have the video. We have the video evidence. Roll the tape.
I knew. Parang ganun, Jeff? Parang ganun.
Oo. Tama. Naalala ko. Joker na yung pangalan niya sa fantasy. Sino ba yung Joker na to? Ba't siya Joker? Di naman nakakatawa siya. Yan, yun
Pag may napaparod kasi tayo na isang special player, maaga pa lang parang nakikita na natin yan. Nakita ko kay Joker yun As a center, di ba? Yung passing niya Well, anyway, about the series, yun nga. Feeling ko, bro, yung depth ng Denver, feeling ko mapapahirapan nila yung Jazz Kasi, I mean, as good as the Jazz are, I mean, meron silang Donovan, of course, si Gobert. Pero nawawala yung missing piece nila in Bojan. Bojan was the guy who really made them medyo dangerous kasi grabe yung mga tres nun kahit saan, kahit may bantay. He's really clutch. And for me, nung nawala si Bojan, medyo nagsa-struggle yung Jazz kasi nga for spacing Wala silang ganung shooter na iba yung Denver, the emergence of MPJ, 'di ba? Of Bol, tsaka si Jokic. So parang mahirapan yung Jazz. Pero I wouldn't count them out, of course. Kasi nga, Conley, syempre, di ba? Donovan. Pero I'm going with my boy, Jokic.
Boy.
Ayun,
boy.
So, yeah. So let's talk about another score that the Utah Jazz have. Kababayan natin.
Yeah.
JC. Kuya Jordan Clarkson. Jeff, what do you think he's gonna do in this series?
Pare, pumapalag si JC. Ganda ng laro niya. Pero yung sinabi ni Viz, that's exactly what's gonna happen to the Jazz. Kaya sila hirap na hirap sa bubble kasi actually kaya lang sila nasa playoffs because of Bogdanovic. And kung wala siya, iba yung laro. Ibang-iba yung laro nila. Kahit si Conley, hindi makabalik-balik kasi again, wala siyang outlet pass. Yung outlet pass niya na makukuha sina JC or sina Donovan, bantay sarado na kasi you're expecting them to score. Whereas si Bogdanovic is your second, third option lagi. Stretches the floor.
Yep, mismo. And we talked about him in our last episode. MPJ. Julo, do you think he's gonna show up in this series? Is he gonna prove himself as the young gun in the league?
Ito rin si MPJ, biglang nasalang no? NBA start. Rekta siya kailangan gumawa. I think yun yung pro ng pagiging fresh rin sa playoffs na wala ring crowd. Di ba kanina nakita natin yung benefits ng home. Yung benefits ng wala ring away for someone na from the restart biglang magpi-playoffs. Kampiyansa lang talaga sa sarili. And I think na sustain naman yun and nasimulan niya sa restart. So hopefully lang ang importante yung consistency, right? Which is yet to be seen for me. But I think with Jokic being point forward, matutulungan to para umusbong pa mas lalo yung game ni MPJ.
From point forwards, let's talk about point guard, CP3. He's going to be going up up against his former team. So you know who I'm going to start with here, the biggest Brody fan in the group. Julo, what do you think, man? This is going to be pretty tough matchup.
Ako medyo disappointed ako kasi alam mo yon, ano ba strained right quadricep?
2 games ba? 3 games di maglalaro?
Pwede bang yun sabi a couple of games so hindi na dalawa o tatlo
uncertainty
na lang, di ba? Parang yung suspense kasi ako kung more than 3 games yan hindi siya maglaro, delikado na.
Helix yan.
Shy.
Helix yan, sir.
CP3, Gallinari. Steven Adams, yung gumagawa nilang rookie ngayon, New Balance guy.
Paisley.
Ganda ng step back nun So, I think they're an inspired team because they were able to go beyond the expectations, di ba? Na di natin akalain na magiging 5th seed sila ng playoffs. Tapos, add fuel to the fire pa katapat ni CP3, former team niya, di ba? So, delikado kung hindi maglaro game 3 onward si Brody. Kaya ako natatakot. Pero
nakakatakot talaga.
Pero I think naman with Austin Rivers has to step up. Eric Gordon, sila dalawa ang kailangan mag-add sa scoring punch. So hopefully.
Alright, so yun nga.
Hirap na sinabi ni Julo na Austin Rivers. Dumibibigay. Sorry, Jules.
Pero
40 points yun,
40 points.
Oo, nag-40 points.
Okay. Sige, bigyan natin,
Malay mo! Diba? Time to shine.
Pero yeah, Jeff, one of the most vindictive and petty players si CP3. And you know for a fact na memorize pa rin niya yung playbook ng Houston. I mean, he's one of the smartest players in the league.
Exactly.
What do you think he's gonna do? You think he's gonna take it to the Rockets?
I think he'll play his game. He's kahit saan mo ilagay ng team member, he'll thrive. He doesn't need the playbook of the other team to thrive. What's interesting is yung sabi ni Julo, yung health ni Westbrook. Kasi kaya nag-work yung micro ball nila ng Houston is because as a point guard, si Russ West rebounds like a big. Without Russ West, medyo dun sila pilay. Kasi if you only have Tucker and si Daniel House ba ang center and forward mo, medyo manipis for kahit Gallinari or diba, walang legit bigs talaga So it will be tough. But again, you can't count them out because you have Harden. And I think you don't need you unfortunately don't need Austin Rivers. Feeling ko kaya ni Harden bitbitin yan pare.
Okay, Vince, I was just about to ask, do you agree? Is Harden enough to carry the Rockets past the OKC Thunder?
Yun nga, I was just gonna say, kung may makaka-upset sa Rockets, feeling ko yung OKC medyo prime candidate to Diba? Kasi si CP, he knows the Rockets. Saka he has a chip on his shoulder and grabe si CP3 this season. And then, pero yun nga, feeling ko kasi, bro, Harden, he's the best player in the series. So that's gonna be hard to alam mo kung sinong X factor ng OKC, bro? Si Andre Robertson.
Oo nga pala, no?
Feeling ko
Defense.
if there's a guy who will papahirapan si Harden, feeling ko si Andre Robertson yun, 'di ba? 2 years halos siya hindi naglaro, and what does he do? He's a defensive specialist. So feeling ko yan ang nila kay Harden, si Andre. So magandang matchup na yan. Magandang matchup to, feeling ko.
Ako talaga, parang please lang talaga, sana by game 3 man lang maglaro na si Brody.
Tapos may entrance music lang.
Bro. Ramdam ko yung ni Julo, yung plead niya
Parang ano ba yan?
Yung plead mo, bro. Sige na.
Right main quadriceps, diba kaya na yan? Kaya ni Brody yan, diba?
Kanina.
Bali nga yung likod ni McCollum, bro. Bali yung likod niya.
Ay, nako.
Final.
Ay, nako.
Kanina nung binito ko kay Julo yung question, may 5 seconds muna siyang
Internalize no?
Parang hindi talaga.
Okay. Tama kasi
Maganda yan.
siya yung isa sa mga best na rebounding guards So, ang liit na nga nila
Totoo.
Tapos, magre-rebound galing din mag-rebound.
Feeling ko X-factor nga si Steven Adams dahil doon. Because
Isa
of
pa yun,
just controlling the
isa pa
paint, I think he's gonna be too much. He's gonna be too
But
much
what
for
if-
PJ, too much for Danwell. So,
Pero yun nga, but what if gawin ng Rockets yung Harden or Westbrook penetrating sabay lahat nasa labas? Where will
Spread lang.
Adams be, 'di ba? Lalabas siya kay
Tama.
Covington or kay Tucker? Medyo yun yung for me, gusto ko makita yun yung emergence din ni Steven Adams as a big, 'di ba? Kung if he can
totoo.
defend guards or what, 'di ba? Medyo gusto ko rin makita yun.
Ang importante,
Wild West.
pumukol yung mga tres nila. Kailangan pumukol
Exactly.
yung tres nila.
Oh, yun naman talaga ang laro ng Rockets
Live and die by the 3. So,
Yeah.
Pards, maganda dyan yung dalawang teams and sobrang polarizing ng style. Di ba? Yung isa mo,
Kaya
run and gun,
nga.
live and die by the 3. The other one's a very traditional.
papagay.
Di ba? You got a point guard setting plays.
Oo.
Di ba? You got a shooter, you have a big. Very
Mhm.
interesting to. Masaya mapanood to.
Maganda.
Let's see if it works.
Traditional yung OKC no?
Absolutely. So, pero, pare, playoffs na ulit. Ang saya.
Na ulit.
Gano'n kasi.
Exciting.
Gano'n kasi yun.
Grabe,
So,
wala bang, hindi pa kayo matutulog? 1 a.m. to 11
Baka. Hirap yan. Wala.
Pwede gawin yan pero try natin.
Ang saya lang na may NBA na ulit. Ang saya lang. So, boys, thank you. Always a pleasure. As usual.
Yes, sir.
Ang saya.
Wow,
So, to everyone, alright, so to everyone watching, thank you again. We are Buhay Basket. We're going to be putting out a lot of content over the next few days because it's the playoffs. So check us out on Facebook. Join our group. Check us out on Instagram and on YouTube. And we're going to be trying out Kumu. So wait for us on there. Fellas, good night. Get some rest. It's going to be crazy. Thank you.